Namaste, Jai Sitaram, and a warm and beautiful good evening to each and every one of you. As always, let us begin with some simple meditation. Take a deep breath, relax, join with me while we try. I'm not saying we can actually do this, but we can certainly try to relax our bodies, our mind, and our spirit. Remember that we are one with the universe, and without us, the universe cannot exist. Sarah, good night to you. Good luck to all the children that will be writing SEA on March 21st, I believe. I believe there's a prayer this week coming at the schools for children. Blessings, Asha, Listra. I can feel your energy. I can sense your simplicity, your willingness to learn more, where the universe, where gods are concerned. And tonight, my dear friends, we want to talk more about Lord Shiva. What do we know as Hindus or non-Hindus about Lord Shiva? Who is this great god? Rashida Khan, good night to you. Radhika, Brittany. I can't thank you all enough for joining with me on a Monday night. I know it's a night where you all can watch a nice movie and relax, but I appreciate it. Ronald Barley, thank you so much for your love and support. Sitaram Walker, and I appreciate the gesture of, blessing me, blessing my family. Thank you so much for that. So while we try to relax our breath and send that vibration to our loved ones, whether our loved ones are on this planet or they are residing elsewhere, what we do is we think good thoughts and spiritual thoughts about our loved ones. Even if there's a bickering or fighting, try not to think negative thoughts, because that will do like a 360 degree and come back to you or come back at you. Good night, Shanti. I feel so blessed to be in your company. I feel privileged to have a body, a physical body that we can use to do good, to bring healing, to bring light to each other. As I always say, this is a learning experience for me. And it's amazing. Marcelina, good night. I'm sure you will call in at some point later. And yes, we will open up the phone lines as always. You are also that Rhea. You are also one with the universe. So my dear friends, as we begin tonight, I know a lot of non-Hindus are asking, why is it that Hindus pray to a stone? Or why is it that the stone looks like a phallus or a male organ, sexual organ? Well, it's the beginning of creation. So if you look at, I have a picture of Lord Shiva here. I wanted to show people that those who are not too familiar with Shiva and Ratri meaning night. And I wanted to show you guys a certain, picture, what it represents, because we tend to think it's just, Hindus are praying to idols. The answer is no, we are not praying to idols. I mean, I'm not into rituals and I'm not big into these type of rituals or Hawan and stuff, but every single thing that Hindus perform, it resides within us. It is always within us. So when you look at a phallus and you look at the yoni, the female organs, It represents creation. And many people tend to think, oh, they are praying to a stone, a black stone. Well, if you look at the Vatican, what do you see? It is actually shaped like the phallus and the yoni as well. And there are many secrets within, there are many places that actually shows where Shiva resides. Now, the phallus, when you look at that, the way it is shaped, it's not shaped like just an idol, right? It is shaped like the cosmic egg. Because we all came from this egg. So when they say that the earth is round, it is not round, but it is shaped like an egg. And the same thing with the phallus. So first of all, Hindus doesn't pray to an idol or a stone per se. It is more of a representation of creation, of that beauty that resides within us, our world. Even in CERN, at the front of CERN, you'll see an image or an idol of Lord Shiva doing the what? The cosmic dance. And to me, that is like, wow. Why would they choose Shiva to represent CERN? CERN is in Switzerland, and that's what they do. Kevin says, Shiva, the giant Nephilim, God flooded all of them out. I want you to tell me more about that. So thank you, Hanmati, that all these topics. But you see, I delve more into the spiritual aspect of it. And when people say, like I said before, when people say we pray to Hindu idols, no. The church is also an idol. If you look at it, it looks like an idol. All religious places. When we breathe air into, let's just say, for example, I have this picture in front of me. So when we actually pray and you do arti and you bow at the feet and you put your hands there, it actually puts life into this picture. So this is from my home, and this is where I ask the gods to bless. And I say gods because they are, even in the book of Genesis, the gods of men. If you look at, I think Genesis 1, I barely, remember. So when you look at this picture, you may just say it's a picture of Lord Shiva and his wife Parvati. But no, it's not just a picture, because you actually put life. When you breathe and you think, your thoughts goes into these pictures or idols or images. From an idol, it goes into becoming a murti. It's not just, that they are praying to some stone. So it's not like just some stone that Hindus are praying to. It has a lot of energies and vibration. When you pray and you say, oh Lord, even a mother, or Lord Jesus picture, or even Mother Mary's picture, when you look at that, every single thing is energy. Kevin, are you made in that image? Of course I'm made in that image. Guess what? Every single thing in this picture represents us. So if you look at the snake around Lord Shiva's neck, what do you see? You see a snake that is not dancing and moving at different parts of the body. What you see is at the neck. Why? It represents the Kundalini. The Kundalini meaning the right and the left, and then the middle is the Shushtima. So when you look at Shiva, what do you see? You think you're looking at some statue or some alien. Okay, fair enough. If some people say they look like aliens, fine, they look at it like aliens. But what if I tell you they can read our thoughts? These entities, if you want to even call them that, or deities, if you want to even call them that, but they can read our thoughts, and we can read their thoughts. So who is the higher being? Is it Shiva or is it us? Is Shiva a representation of who we are inside of us? Okay, for example, look on the top. What do you all see? You see water pouring from his head. Today I wrote about the soul chakra. Right here. You know, when a baby is born, they hold that baby's head very gently, and then there is a crust, right? So the water represents the 70% water coming. Again, Lord Shiva is controlling that water inside of us. All right, so you may say Ganga Ma, but the world is surrounded, and the world is, they say engulfed by water as well. But that water represents us. Look at his knotted hair. When you look at Bob Marley, what do you see? In Africa, in Ethiopia, what do you see? And also, coming back to the water, there was a water god in Nigeria called Mami Wata. W-A-T-A. If you don't believe me, you can look it up. I'll also write about her soon. The word ocean actually came from this African goddess by the name of Oshun. O-S-H-U-N. So what is it that our ancestors knew that up to this day, thousands of years, people have been praying to these deities? Interesting, isn't it? Again, the right, Lord Shiva is on the right. It represents the male. His wife, Parvati, she's on the left. It represents the female part of the body. And also the lotus that she's holding gingerly in her hand. It means this is for you. This is you. This is who you are. Sitting. Are you guys seeing it? Am I clear? You see, Kevin Suku, sadly, you are brainwashed by religion, and you believe that everything is demonic. But Mami Wata, she is worshipped in Haiti. She's very big in Haiti right now and in Africa. Are you going to say that witchcraft is a curse and is voodoo? It isn't. Witchcraft is actually a religion. It was the first religion. It's not evil. Our ancestors, African ancestors, actually prayed. I mean, they prayed to their ancestors as well. What is it that they knew? Indra Ramratan Sitaram to you. Yeah, Hari Mahadev. Again, let's look at Lord Shiva's picture. What do you see? In this picture, he's shown as blue. But what if I tell you he's also shown as black? To represent Africans. Because Lord Shiva appeared in Africa first. There's a lot of symbolism, a lot of secrets, even his beads. Mitra Swaha, good night to you, brother. Hope you and your family are good. Even these beads, what does it represent? It is said that once upon a time, Lord Shiva was crying because he thought he couldn't save the world. And while his tears dropped on the earth, it created this tree. And from this tree came the Rudraksha beads, these. And the Rudraksha beads represents the tears of Shiva. And when people wear that bead, they actually feel that power, that energy. And that is the reason I wear my beads on a Monday night with you. I don't wear it every single day when I'm going out. I also, have it cleansed on a full moon as well. Now, again, I don't know if this picture shows Lord Shiva has a crescent moon. There's one picture in Hinduism where it shows that Lord Shiva has the crescent moon on his head. Well, what do you think that is? It's interesting because one other religion uses the crescent moon and a little star to depict when they are going to start fasting and when they actually see, when they celebrate Eid, right? So usually Lord Shiva is worshipped on a Mondays, and he is related to the waning moon just before it becomes new. Yeah, someone messaged and said Kevin is a fanatical Christian. We have those around, and sadly, before they try to educate themselves, they come on and they try to tell others about their religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs, and they sound like, brainwashed, if you ask me. So when you say Shiva wears the crescent moon on his head, it represents a lot. New moon falling on the 10th of March and full moon falling on the 26th. Brittany, that's quite interesting because The reigning moon will be on March 8th, when Hindus around the globe will be celebrating this very auspicious occasion called Shivratri. And like I said, the snake represents a lot, the Kundalini. The water represents the internal and calming of the water. Yes, it's Gangama, as Hindus know it to be. But if your pundits, your religious leaders, goes and delves a little more deeply into the true meaning of Shivratri, you'll see that Lord Shiva represents all of us. He is the first cosmic egg. And therefore, we too, we are from that cosmic egg. Next Friday, yeah. Shiva's handbag. What handbag is he? I don't understand what you mean, a handbag. Yeah, so Mahashivratri is actually the great night of Shiva. For me personally, I try to stay as much as I can for silence on that day. And I also, one of the things that I enjoy as a visionary is seeing Shiva and Parvati on that, the cow or the bull named Nandi. They actually go around looking at everyone who worships them. And here's the thing though, a lot of people, whether they're Hindu or East Indian, they actually came from Shiva Loka, one of the higher Loka or realms, as well as there are many different realms. And thank you, Annie, I appreciate that. Yeah, so it's interesting that we all came from somewhere, but these deities, or if you want to say gods or energies, they are from a different realm. Yes, they're from a higher realm because Earth is one of the lower lokas. The reason why we are playing a role is because we choose to come here. Every single thing is written, and you choose. I chose to come here now, but many people tend to forget. So they put themselves more into real material things, not religious things or spiritual things. So they find themselves, they want a new this or a new that. That makes them more heavy. The more material things you accumulate, the more you want, one, and two, it's the more you become heavier, if that makes sense, right? It actually, yeah. So we have to learn about others' beliefs. I mean, I believe in in the Islam, and I also believe in Mother Mary. I believe in ocean, Mami Water, African, the gods and goddesses of Africa. It's amazing what we can learn with a laptop or a computer. Instead of playing video games or doing nonsense, what we do is we should use it to our benefit. And that is what I actually do. So the moon is known as Soma, S-O-M-A, and it indicates Shiva ecstatic nature, his dance, and his energy, because he is the god of creation and destruction. In Hinduism, there are 33 million gods and goddesses. For each thing, or for each, whether it's nature or something, there is a god for every single thing, right? Wow, Urmila, congratulations to you. Shiva is related to Saturn, which at the lowest moving up, Saturn is the slowest moving amongst the major planets, and it governs over a longer period of time and is a great karmic reckoner. So again, Shiva is related to Saturn. Now, in the past, I told you, if Saturn is in your house, then there will be diseases, problems like falling down, accidents, death. All right. So if you pray to Shiva, what will happen is that you'll feel, or you'll get that benefit, because that energy. Again, Shiva is known as the three-eyed one, and here you may not see his eye, the third eye, but when you see Hindus put a tilak on their forehead, on the center, it represents the third eye. It represents the awakening. Salisha, happy birthday to your son as well. Yeah. So again, my aim and my mission is not to split people apart, but to bring knowledge, the little bit I know. I feel like I don't know a lot, and I believe that many of you have more information than I do, and I'm willing, please share it with me. Well, Nari, if Saturn is currently in your ruling planet, either loss of money or something, so be careful of that. Now, one of the stories where Shivatri or Shiva is concerned that Shiva drank poison to save the world. Again, what is that poison? Negativity. Many a time again, because we, feel that you have to hold on to something or someone, then that negativity is charged and that becomes like poison, right? And also Shiva is marked by the region of Orion. So guys, if this week I'll get some time, I'll write about Orion and Shiva. So it's very interesting because Orion, the planet Orion, in ancient times, they actually worship these planets as well. So in Africa, like I said before, Shiva landed in Africa. He was the first god to land in Africa. And when he landed, he showed the people how to plant, how to garden, how to do things, and how to make things thousands and thousands of years ago. So, he's the love of my life, Dolari, very nice. Am I going too fast for you all? I hope I'm not going too fast. I know many people, I don't know, but yeah, I have like a lot of information on even Mommy Water, which I mentioned before. She's known as, and you can look at her picture. There is a picture online, an image where she's shown with snakes around her. And she's a three-headed figure. She's modeled after Dattatreya, which they said Dattatreya was her husband. But she, her husband is Papi Water. Again, the word water, W-A-T-E-R, or water, as Americans say, it came from the word Mami Water, which is the goddess of the ocean. And ocean, the word ocean actually came from that same word, ocean, which is like Mami Water. And Nigerians are well known for worshipping, up to this present day, they worship Mami Water. And the Yoruba Orisha shares the same, is a deity that shares the same stage with Mother of the Waters. So isn't that interesting? I mean, like, so they actually disguised the Mami Water as a Hindu deity with like a snake charmer, but she's actually an African goddess. Because if you look at her hair, it's curly like Ethiopians. She's known as, not just Mami Water, but the goddess of the water. So when you see someone drown, or a child is missing or drowned, and if the family, the mother of the child goes and she puts her breast into the water, she's asking Mami Water to send her child back to her. And many a time, you guys can confirm that where the body of the child will come back somehow or the other, Mami Water listens to their prayers and the body of that person comes back. Isn't that interesting? Ariel, there was a cartoon, a Disney cartoon named after Mami Water called Ariel. She was half human and half mermaid in that, but it actually represents Mami Water again. And in African thing as well, there's Shango. Well, guess who's the wife of Shango? Ocean is the wife of Shango, and Shango is known as the god of thunder. And she's actually, Ocean is actually the favorite of all Orishas by the Olod Mari, because of her sensuality and her beauty. This work for the child in Mayaru, you see that, Ramdeo? I mean, isn't that amazing? That we Hindus may think, we know a lot about these deities and all of that, but why not do some research on African deities? you will see a lot of similarities. You will be amazed at the water goddess. She's also known as Mamba Muntu in Swahili. Mamba, the great snake mamba. Have you heard of that as well? Margaret Chun, Elizabeth Taylor, how are you doing? Up to today, I was thinking about you and your beautiful area in Mayaro. So there's a lot of secrets. And Elizabeth Taylor, thank you, and your friend Dixie Ann for, bringing up things and asking me questions when we meet up. Yeah, well, Sarah, yeah, her child came up on shore. That is because they are worshipping Mommy Water. Well, but they didn't have the W-A-T-E-R, it was water, W-A-T-A. And again, she was the daughter of Lord Shiva. I believe that they said that when Lord Shiva came, he needed someone to control the water as well, not just Gangama, because she had to go back. So they left a little girl, and this little girl played on the shore, but then she became this beautiful mermaid, where if you see a mermaid, they do exist, because Lord Hanuman is also married to a mermaid. In Hinduism, that mermaid is called Survamacha. And I personally, whenever I go to the beach, I would call on Survamacha to say, hey, Survamacha, I am here. Thank you for teaching me. But whether it's Survamacha or Mami Water or Ocean, it is a representation of a god. Marlene, yeah, so you guys could look it up. So like I said, there are many different stories in the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, the Puranas. These stories go way back before religion was ever created. The Vedas, the Upanishads, these books existed for thousands and thousands of years. So these are the type of things I like to read. Like I said, for me personally, my first love is reading. I just love to read. And it doesn't have to be on a phone. It has to be a book, because the electronics from the phone affects me. And when I'm reading from a paper or a book, actually that's better, because I don't get any visions and I can actually focus and concentrate on what I am reading. All right, Sparkle Light, good night to you. Yeah, you don't know about them, but it's interesting. So when we think or look at a picture or story of Shivratri or Shiva, just Shiva, because we are, different, every time we could do a different god or goddess. But Shiva is known as the first god of Hinduism because of his powers, because of creation and destruction. So there was Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, which again, he's the embodiment of light. Then you have Shiva. Oh, sorry, Brahma created Shiva. I believe that's what the story says. Brahma created Shiva. And I think it's amazing. Hema Puran, good night to you. I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you from different countries. Guyana is in the house. Neil, happy birthday to you in advance. You're truly blessed as well. Shamala Samlal, thank you so much, Shamala. Yeah, but let us understand each other's religious beliefs, not pick on, fight with each other and say your God is better than my God. Pretty soon there will be no God. Pretty soon, as the world continues to shift and the magnetic poles decide to shift from point A to point B, north and south, that will transform many of us as well, where we will automatically know things. You will wake up one morning and you would say, I don't feel like going to work. And the reason for that is there was an accident. Even if you leave 5 minutes late, something tells you to leave 5 minutes late. Guess what? There was an accident or something that happened. Ronald Bali, you're absolutely correct. God has no religion. But then we have a lot of fanatics out there that need to, they think they are making peace. But religion has caused more deaths than any wars. That's a proven fact. Isn't that true? Buenas noches to you too, Brother Ivan. So why are we looking to fight each other on our spirit or our religious beliefs. As I said before, our ancestors, especially African ancestors, their thing was voodoo, which was religion. It's not like witchcraft and they were causing death on people and doing like evil. If we go deeper and delve into this deeper, what we will notice is that it had a lot of significance in every single thing that Orishas do and the Shango Baptists do. It's very, very similar to Hinduism. Even the way that many African tribes, that you'll see them dressing in this kind of long skirt, even as Indians, Eastern, from India. Right? So says Sanichar, if voodoo choked you in your sleep, well, you must be thinking low, low thoughts. So again, we have to ask ourselves, what is out there? What are these gods and goddesses trying to show us by showing us these pictures? As I said, Shiva represents the right hemisphere or the sun, and Parvati, she represents the left or the moon. So when the right and the left and the right chakras, and they begin to awaken, it becomes like a snake. And what happens? It goes on the top. And there's a picture actually where you see the snakes of Buddha covering him. And it's interesting because the snakes don't dance and move around like that. Julie, thank you for your love and support. Spirituality is God. Spirituality is a part of that. So for me personally, I've been searching for answers, I guess, since I was young. As you see in Trinidad, small. That's who I am. That's what I am. Why am I wasting my time on gossip or on other people's business and wasting time playing video games when I can educate myself to to create a better future and a better future birth? And I believe that's what we are searching for. All of us want something. What is it that we want? We want peace in our lives. We want happiness. We want contentment. Am I right, Sarah Booba? But sometimes we get sidetracked by other people, by material things, or sometimes even work-wise. We tend to think, or we bring home our job, our work. Satanism is not Satanism is also a spiritual practice, but Satan actually it's all over as well. So many people, like I said before, will begin to awaken spiritually. And when that happens, some people could go crazy, yes, because then they want it more than normal. Like a couple of weeks ago, I did a reading for a man that was actually looking how to become psychic. Like there are people out there who feel that becoming psychic, they can help people, quote unquote help people. If you cannot help yourself first, then don't bother trying to help anybody. First, you must be grounded and calm and peaceful. Yes, there will be times when somebody will provoke you and tick you off, but also you have to come back to becoming calm and relaxed. So this man decided he wanted to be psychic. Didn't go through the proper channels of spirituality or looking at Paramhamsa Yogananda and Maharishi, Buddhism. No, he didn't bother with that first. He went online and Googled how to become psychic. The CIA, they have a program that is called MK Ultra, and that program can actually help you to become psychic. You will know things. You'll be able to remote view. You will be able to maybe know the numbers to the lotto. But it will tell you things. It'll show you how to become psychic. Here is the catch to that. Within that program, they will put a code, a spiritual code, where a demon can actually manifest while you become psychic. So this man was going on YouTube as well and searching, he was on a mission to become spiritually elevated. But he didn't want to wait. My whole life I had to wait, and I still didn't reach where I want to reach yet. So this man did not want to wait. He wanted quickly. He wanted to become psychic overnight because he wanted to help people. But the YouTube videos also had a code because, again, demons can come through electronics, or EV as it's called, right? And demonic possession was coming to this boy, because this man, because he couldn't sleep well. He didn't know anything really. He was just going nuts. If I can remember well, his mother actually was the one who was praying hands down for him to heal, because he was acting erratic, temperamental, or short temper. And there was a dark cloud over this man. And when I asked him, I said, why didn't you go to a pundit? And the mother said, sister, only you could answer this question. Something is trying to take over my son. And it was true. Why? Because he was doing, becoming psychic without doing the hard work. You know what the hard work in becoming psychic is? Silence, breathing, not thinking evil thoughts, right? If you have an enemy, you have to learn to appreciate that enemy. If your enemy is starving and you are starving, you have to make sure your enemy eats before you. That's the hard stuff. And that's the stuff that a lot of people cannot handle and cannot do. Simple thing as breathing. Thank you, Delari. I appreciate that. Thank you. A simple thing like breathing. Because every single thing is seen through the eyes. For me, or you say the third eye is open. But for me, if my breathing is off, you think I could do any reading? If I had ego, E-G-O, what is ego? I want you to answer me, what is ego? Where, I want to help people. No. I personally said, I don't want to help nobody. They need to help themselves. Because in spirituality, these psychic abilities will manifest themselves. And it's what you do with it that matters. Do you take it to benefit yourself and become a multimillionaire? Like you see those psychics in America, they have a couple, properties, they have nice vehicles. I don't have that, and I don't want it. They have servants in every corner of the room. There are pundits who have servants everywhere, pets in every corner, money to just splurge on anything they want to eat and drink. I don't have that. Do you know why? Because then my ego would have grown like a big tree, like they say, the biggest tree. And it would have been very difficult to cut down. Very, very difficult. So before I check you, and I do readings for you, guess what I do? I check me. Like today, for example, I ask myself, do I have any bad thoughts? If so, to who? Right? So we always have to be aware of our own thoughts. And no, I didn't have any. What am I going to think about? Like, in a bad way? No. I think in a good way, because the goodness that people have, they send it to me via their thoughts. Right, Tita Carter? Right, Sarah? Matthew? Thank you so much for your love and your support, because when you pray and you ring that bell, Dulari, when you pray, I see you. You send that love and prayer to me. Maureen, you do that as well. Ronald, when you're walking, you're taking your long walks, you are actually meditating. And that's what it's all about. It's not about getting or becoming very psychic to help other people. Be careful. If anybody says they want to, help, they are psychic and they want to do this and do that for you, be very careful. Because one day, very, very soon, everybody here, they are already psychic. They are going to, their powers are going to be amplified. Why? Because Shiva is residing within them. Shaktima is residing within them. And when that happens, and the earth starts to go haywire, what they do is they start to remember the Shiva within them. The snake, the representation of the snake, the water flowing at the top, every single thing. And like I say, Mommy Water she's very powerful. And anytime you go to the beach, or even if you open your tap, listen, worship water, because half of the world, they are already suffering from a drought. Our turn is next. In Guyana, ask Guyanese people what they are going through. I saw somebody from Pina wrote on Facebook, 21 days without water. And I'll tell you, I sat there wondering, what am I going to do when there is no water? And I have to post some things on Facebook as well. Tips on how to get water. So I have to do that as well. If Sarah Burble, you're very good at reminding me of stuff that I have to do. So thank you, Zena. Yeah. So as Shiva is called the god of destruction, it brings the end of things. But also, it's also the beginning or the creation of things as well. Destruction follows creation. Creation follows destruction. The thing is, we are on like a hamster wheel and we are running. How to get out of that hamster wheel is by our breath. Don't say, I want to become all powerful like Shiva. No, that's the ego talking. That's the ego talking. When you look at people out there and you say, that person is looking sad, what you should do is send a light to them, because that's what we practice on a Monday, right? Sending light to each other. And a transformation is upon us. It's not coming. It is upon us. When you hear the elite talk about bunkers, it's not that they are running into a bunker. No. There is a world. There are two worlds on earth. There is one world below this one where there's a beautiful earth. And trust me when I tell you, you're hearing billionaires escaping, dying by accident or murder, whatever. They are not dying. They are not going on the other side. They are actually exiting from this old earth and they are moving into this, not a golden age. There is another world that is much more beautiful than this one. And that's where going. That's where they are going. Now lately, there is this grand ceremony taking place in India, the Ambani family. How many of you have watched a little snippet here and there? So the Ambani family they are what, 1.1 billion, 1.6 billion, I think. They are billionaires, right? So they decided to have this pre-wedding festival for their son, Anand, and their daughter-in-law, Radhika. And that's where Rihanna went to perform for $9 million. Right. Now, the Ambani family, they live in this multi-story building in India. They are a family of 6 people, right? 3 sons, right? Mom and dad, and I think it's two sons and a daughter. And the daughter is married. So let's just say give or take 6 people live in that property. They have 650 staff members to tend to those 6 family members. Each layer, layer of that house, there is something there. Even a snow place where they can, pretend that it's cold out there. Yeah, Nancy, we could learn a lot. So when you look at the Ambani family and look at how they are billionaires, I praise the Lord I can cut up my own vegetables, because one day, God forbid, something happens and the maids and the servants disappear, who's going to suffer? The children of the Ambanis. Because they are multi-billionaires. They don't know what it's like to take out their own food or to wash up their own dishes. Right? So that's why I'm saying sometimes it's good to be grateful for the little you have. So I know it's getting late. And I also want to today Sarah reminded me as to why Hindus put the tilak, not just the tilak, but the tilak represents the third eye. You guys have questions for me? Please tell me what are your questions. In the meantime, I'll play Shivoham, Shivoham. We have so many questions regarding religion or Hinduism, but let us learn, not bash each other. So the Shivoham Shivoham is a very powerful mantra. Now there are also mudras. So I'll give you a few. Now, you know, like this one, you see Hindus, and when they're sitting, they would put their hands like this, and then the three, and they sit like that. It actually awakens something here. You see this one? Many people say it's the horn, the devil's horn. No, it's not. It represents a very powerful mudra, which actually opens up the sixth sense at the back. Very powerful. You even see in Jesus' picture, you'll see in a picture of Jesus Christ, you'll see him holding like a mudra. Another time, I will do mudras in a better way. But Om Namah Shivaya, when you hear people say Om Namah Shivaya, it's just a power within them that reaches that powerful being of Shiva. So happy Shivatri to you all too as well. The antimatter, the antichrist is the tomb. Interesting. Sparkle light, share more light on that. And Shiva is known as the cosmic pillar of fire, which means like the, you know, you see the obelisk, the obelisk, which is like a tall building. That was even found on the moon. Guess what? That's Shiva. Yeah, the Mahamitra Jayan mantra is also very powerful. When people are sick, they play that. And Chingpang, yeah, that's a story where they said the true Jesus, not the one that is in the picture, the true Jesus Christ was of Ethiopian heritage, with the curly hair, the knotted hair, and he studied also in India. But remember, I said the world started from Africa. Back in the day, they couldn't tell when the world separated, then they put names to it. And each name, like India is not really the word India, you know, the Indus Valley. But I think even Africa, the real name is not Africa. So they talk about Kemet as well. So Sparkle says, all what you're talking about are terms for science, but it's spirituality, because science wasn't born just like science. It was born out of spirituality as well. So the antimatter is what CERN is doing. But Sassy, they are bringing demons, but what if those demons were already here? What if I tell you that we are living in a parallel universe? We are living right here. The gods are right here too. The souls that crossed over, they are right here. It is us who are on the other side. They are on the right side, but we are on the other side. We are on matter, which is like heaviness, like I was trying to talk about before, in terms of hoarding things, material things. There are people in this world whose hand can go through this picture and come through the back because they know the secret. When you look at movies like The Matrix, and you see, you know, in stories like that, even Cat Williams is saying that stories about certain things as well. Yeah, India is Bharat, named after the brother of Sri Ram. And it's interesting, right, Sparkle? That is what you said, the knowledge of energy and essence, in essence, spirit. So let's take some calls. 1347-445-9778. 1347-445-9778. And also the local number is 264-1194. If you called before, please try not to call again. Give somebody else a chance now. You know how it goes, right? So please, yeah. Thank you so much. 1164, 264, I think it's 11, yeah, 264, 1164. Devi Thomas, Sitaram to you too. And yeah, the Om Namah Shivaya is a powerful chant. And again, when Hindus are not praying to a black stone, it represents the cosmic egg. The female organs and the male phallus, it represents the male and the female. You know, today I was asking someone, was it yesterday? When did, in the Bible, it is said that God created Adam, the first man, right? Well, did he create Adam as a grown man, or did he create Adam from a baby? Because Adam means atom, A-T-O-M. So I've asked, Alexa, and Alexa says that God didn't create Adam as a baby, he created him as a grown man. For years, we have been told that Adam was the first man, and he took one of his ribs and gave it to Eve. And yes, we believed it, right? But what if there's another truth to that? Why is it that if God created Adam, from the dust or whatever, and Adam was known as the most intelligent being, not just the first man, why didn't God continue to create more men? That ever crossed your mind? Why is it that only one man was ever created out of dust and as a grown man? Why wasn't more created? Then we wouldn't have had so many foolish men, right? We would have had intelligent men, because they would have all been quite intelligent. Yeah, the numbers again, 264-1164. Call and ask, what's going on with your life, whatever you want to know. Just one question, be specific, right? Another thing is, back in the day, a snake, a serpent, spoke to Eve. Then why don't we have more serpents that are saying things like, don't eat the apple, because, the apple is now tainted with chemicals. So where is that serpent? Why is it we are looking for that serpent and there's no serpent around? And the word serpent, actually the word repent, has the word serpent in it as well. So there are many, many secrets in the Bible that we need to delve a little more. What is the true meaning of of one rib was given to Eve? Then furthermore, they had two sons. Well, where did the daughters come from? They had two daughters, and two sons were married to two girls, right? Right, so the serpent was Enki, but many people don't know the story of the Anunnakis, which is something we can try to delve into next time. Leela, Om Namah Shivaya to you too. And like I said, it's an auspicious time, not just for Hindus, but Orishas. A lot of people are celebrating. And if you go to the beach on Sunday and you see them, the Orishas and the Shango Baptists, it's a sight to behold. It's a beautiful sight to behold. And what do they wear? White, pure white. They don't dress in dark colors as well. Maybe some of them. Right, so we are, in the eyes of God, we are all brothers and sisters. We all belong to one race of people. One sun, one moon, one race. Good, Steve, good night to you, brother. Like I said, one reading per person. Don't forget to join me on TikTok as well, Sister Devi on TikTok as well. And you'll see. But the Anunnaki played a great part in man. But what if these people, these gods, were part of the Anunnaki? Anybody ever wondered about that? You see, I said no, just first time callers, but I'm sure this person called before. Hi, good night.
Sitaram?
Jai Sitaram, what's your question?
I'd like to find out about my son, please.
How old is your son?
37.
Well, I cannot delve into your son's business without his permission because he's over 18, right?
Yeah, but I'm his mom and he's very sick.
Yeah, well, there are things about your son that, I'm sorry, you would have to make a separate appointment, because your son doesn't want to really talk to you a lot? Is he trying to keep quiet, or he doesn't want to say what's wrong with him?
No, we both go to the doctor and we often say about him.
And what did the doctor say about him? What was wrong with him?
He's very complicated.
That's right. And the doctor told you that maybe he just needs to rest?
He needs to rest, but he has, as I said, a lot of complications and he needs a lot of attention right now.
Yeah. Like I said, and you said it too, that your son is very, very complicated, but there are things going on with your son that some of the things you don't know about. And he's keeping certain secrets from you, which I am not allowed to share. Right? So I would recommend you continue to see your doctor. This is not demonic or evil or somebody put evil on him. All right? So don't think that is evil. It's not. It's just that your son also there's certain things he doesn't want to discuss openly with you. But you see, when you said the doctor, exactly what medical condition did the doctor say it was?
Right now he's suffering from heart problems. It's running of the foot, varicose. Now they're saying the kidney is going, and then right now he cannot breathe properly.
Yeah, so like I said, this is something that you would have to go back to your doctor about, because there are certain things, a lot of things happening with him that it's too much to go into, you know? All right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's very complicated. The doctors are right, because he's always complaining of one issue and then the other issue. But one thing I like about doctors in Trinidad, they tell the truth. It's not about money making. Many of them, it's not about money making. Many of you may think somebody do you bad and you're sick, and that's why sometimes people go to the doctor thinking they have this disease and that disease, and that time it's nothing wrong with them. They're good. Right? So again, the number to call would be 347-445-9778. And again, the lingam is shaped like an egg, and it says it represents the Brahmamanda, or the cosmic egg. And also, if you are not able to figure it out as yet, if you see the human being, there are 7 layers, which is casual, celestial, etheric, template, astral, mental, emotional, and physical. So the Lord Shiva within us is what that power is. It's a power. It's a deep power. All right, so I want you all to awaken that power. But the way to awaken that power again is to let go, release. Don't be too attached. All right. So again, Nandi Singh, you're in India? Wow, lucky you. Did you get an invitation to the wedding in Jamnagar? It's everything? Yes, absolutely. So they say if I play the song too long, that it will cut me off, right? So I can't play too long, but I think religion has a lot to teach us, but it's how we look at it and how we take it to be. Hi, good night.
Hi, good night.
What's your question?
You doing any reading tonight?
Yes, I am. What's your question?
Well, I just wanted to get a reading of myself.
Okay, please turn down the volume on your phone. You're listening to me. I can hear it. You have to turn it down. Okay. You are very kind-hearted. You are a good person, but you have too many internal issues. You know, sometimes you think too much, or you worry too much, if that makes sense.
Yes, I do.
Right. And when you're eating, you tend to not think about your food. So you're eating and your mind is going Therefore, you are gaining weight. Have you noticed?
Okay, a little.
Yeah. So you are actually causing your own sickness, so to speak. I would recommend that you try to calm down and try to take your time when you're eating, because you're rushing when you're eating. And that can cause some issues later on health-wise.
Okay.
All right?
And can you tell me like about my family?
Well,
Like,
if I had to go into her family, then we're only talking to her tonight, you know. We wouldn't be able to talk to you. Right? Mary, good night to you. Right, Elizabeth Taylor, Marsha. Right? So, again, people need to understand that many people are trying to get through. It's only fair that we, you know, try to accommodate as many people as possible. Right? Yeah, so again, thank you so much, Ronald Bali. Hi, good night.
Hi, good night.
Sita,
Sister
Sita, what's your question?
I'm calling about a reading for myself.
You're very tired. Do you sell doubles?
Yes.
And you're starting to feel really tired, like this heat is getting to you?
Yes.
And do you also feel like your throat is dry, very dry?
Yes.
Wow. You might need to take a rest. I mean, I know doubles is a hard work, it's hard labor, but you need to rest. At least try to take.
Actually, I don't go on the van again, but I do all the preparation and stuff.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need to drink a cup of tea and take a break in between. I mean, from what I'm getting via visions, you have one of the best doubles the Trini people like, right? You have a lot of customers, as they say.
Yes.
Yeah, but you are tired. I'm hearing it in your voice, and I'm seeing your body drying, like inside you're feeling tired. Try not to eat too much oily food. Try to drink a cup of herbal tea.
Yeah.
And you know, just when you're praying, you have your hands open like this. You know, don't close your hands, because you know, frustration is something, eh?
Yeah.
All right, but you're pretty okay. All right?
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Okay, but anything like concerning personal life or anything like that?
No, well, like I said, I'm trying to give everybody a chance. So we will, you know, if you guys want to get in touch with me, the number would, please go on Red Chariot Foundation Facebook page. Hi, good night. What's your question?
I have a reading of.
I can't hear you.
Can I have a reading of myself?
Okay. Also, you suffer from a lot of tiredness, and you're frustrated with your surroundings, with people around you.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Not really.
Okay. I hate when people say okay, because I personally don't understand okay. Ever since I came back to live in Trinidad, I didn't understand. I was like, okay, what does okay mean? Tara, yeah, doubles are delicious. The lady that called before is a doubles, and the reason I said that is because I saw where I not only saw, but I smelled the channel, the doubles, right? Hi, good night. What's your question?
Hi, good night.
Go ahead.
Good night.
Yes, love. What's your question?
Okay, I want to get a reading.
Okay, you guys have to load on your volume, please. I appreciate your call, I do, but please load on your volume on your phone. All right. Hi, good night. What's your question?
Hi, good night. Sita,
Sita.
I would appreciate a reading on my night.
Wow. Well, you're pretty okay. I mean, sometimes you worry a lot about finances, but you're going to be okay. All right? Relationship-wise, I don't see that there will be problems with relationship. But you're also a very nice guy that people respect. You know, people adore you, but you don't see it like that. You tend to think too much of yourself. Like you don't have that high feeling. You feel people don't like you or you feel that you could do better?
Yes.
Right. No, you are a nice guy and people genuinely are drawn to you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
But
And
I
I always listen to your program.
thank you,
Your
brother.
life, and I always, appreciate your reading
Thank you.
and all that you've said and you've, informed us about what's happening and stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
You're welcome, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job. Don't ever let go.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for that.
Sure. Sitaram. Bye-bye. Hi, good night. Hi, good night.
Hello, Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
Can I have a reading for myself, please?
The first thing that comes to me is money. There's an issue with money or you wish you had more money?
I have a lot of money outstanding that has not been able to come back in for years now.
That's right. And you've been thinking about that same money, right?
Yeah, we need it.
Girl, I agree. But the problem is that, my grandfather had a paper on his business that said credit is for dead people. Right? So now you have to be tough now and you cannot continue like that because people will not pay.
What I have.
What's that?
I've been trying to make do with what I have, but I'm tired now, so
Yeah.
everything,
Well, unfortunately, it's going to be tough. Some people might pay you back a little at a time, whereas some may not be able to pay you back. Because you were genuine, you were trying to help everybody. And now people don't understand that you are also in the same boat. And I totally agree with you. You need to get your money back. But the problem there is you. You trusted a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah. So that aura, right? When the first thing that I see in visions with you is that money. That means that you get angry around the full moon. Or you find yourself agitated.
I didn't notice, maybe I should look out at it.
Yes, you should, because the moon has an effect on your mind and then your energy field. And therefore you will feel agitated and short-tempered. You'll feel like, oh my God, like the world is against me. Just, what religion do you practice?
Hindu.
All right. So take a couple of dollars and you put it in front of a Ganesh Murti and light a diya. And then you donate that to charity.
Okay. I do a lot of charitable work.
I believe you, but I mean, like in that part, then use the money, put some money in front of the God of Lord Ganesha, and then ask to bless it, and then you use that to do your charity.
Okay, that's fine.
Right? Yeah, so try that. But right now your aura, it's like it's overpowering you. And the more you think about money, the more sick you will become, the more tired you will become, the more frustrated. All right?
You said I'm not ill, I have no medical condition.
No, you're pretty good. You're very good. But you have to also watch out for forgetfulness. A little time, 1 or 2 times you'll start forgetting.
I only put it down to age.
Well, good luck. But all right?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck with getting your funds back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Yeah. Nice lady, very genuine also in her business and endeavors and stuff. Again, I don't know anybody who's calling me by their name. I don't ask for name or birth date or where they live in or anything. This is, again, within me. All right? And if I am calm, then I can do it. But if I'm like flustered like many of you out there, how am I going to do any readings? It's going to be tough for me, right? Hi, good night.
Hi, Sitaram, Sister Devi.
Jai Sitaram, what's your question?
I'm calling to find out about my father-in-law. He is not so well right now and is warded in the hospital.
Yeah. Your father-in-law is a very stubborn man. He waited until he, I feel like he's very stubborn. Didn't want to do anything where his health is concerned, didn't talk about it. And, I mean, he will get better, but then he will go down again. He has Shani in his house, or Saturn, and that will have an effect on his health. So, therefore, look out for more health issues where he is concerned.
Oh, okay. Because there's a lot of problems with his inside.
Yep. Is he swelling? His feet swollen?
Well, today when we visited him, his belly was swollen a lot.
Yeah.
More.
Did the doctors tell you that this is not good?
To be honest, they're giving us some answers, but not like a direct answer about what is going on.
I have to agree with them because nobody should predict death, right? But
Yes,
you all
we
should.
understand.
Yeah, but you all should be prepared.
Yes.
If you know what I mean. All right?
Yes, I do.
All right. Good luck with that.
Okay, thank you, Sitara.
You're welcome, Sarah. So yeah. So again, everything is within us. Connie Gustenberg, is my husband okay? He's okay. He could be better, but he's okay. Sase Sanichar, yeah, you put a little bit of coin right, in front of the deity. Hi, good night. Oops. Please slow down your volume, please. Yeah, so there's a nice song. I like the song. I don't know if I can play it for too long, but and please ask me questions here, not personal alone, but if I can answer you, I'll be more than happy to. All right? Hi, good night.
Hi, Sitaram Devi.
Hi, Jai Taram. What's your question?
My health. I would like to know some more about my health.
Have you been having problems with your knees, like your legs and your knees?
Yes.
Wow. Are you seeing a doctor?
I have recently completed chemo.
Yeah. It'll be very good because because of the chemicals in your body, that's why you're so weak. And congratulations, you have overcome quite a lot in your life.
Thank you.
All right. Also, you believe in spirituality, where I see you are calming yourself, practicing meditation.
Yes.
Very good. Very, very good. So you are pretty okay in terms of your spiritual life, but where your health is concerned, it will take some time to heal.
To heal.
All right?
Thank you so much, Didi.
You're
Have
welcome.
A blessed night.
You too, continue with that power, that spiritual power, because I can hear it in your voice. And that's what we need. All right? Don't ever let go.
With your guidance, I will get through. Thank you.
With the Almighty's guidance.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Jai Sitaram.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sitaram.
Yeah, wow, that lady is very spiritual, boy. She's very powerful. And I can see it. Like when the voice, I can also read voices where when people sing, I will, be able to tell a lot from their voice. So don't forget, we have some meditation to do too, eh? So, hi, good night.
Hi, good night. How are you doing?
I'm good. What's your question?
Okay, my grandmother is 100 years. What you can tell me about her?
Congratulations. That's a long life, and she's a wonderful human being that worked hard to reach where she is today. But even though she's 100 years old, she's not ready to leave you all as yet.
Okay.
All right, so she's good, and I mean she has her health issues with age, but she's okay. Spiritually speaking, she still talks a lot.
She keeps saying she wants to go home. She wants to go home.
Yeah, she says that on one hand, but then when she wakes up, she wants to see you all in front of her. So she doesn't really mean it because her loved ones are around, but they don't want to take her as yet. All right, but she's good. She's a good soul.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot. So
You're
she's
welcome.
in good health and everything.
She's good for now.
All right. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Yeah. So guys, don't forget we have our charities coming up on Easter weekend. Right through we are doing hampers. We are giving out as it comes as well. But on March 30th, we will be going to Blanchie Shares to do our monthly charity. So if you want to donate anything or support us in any way, please contact us via Red Chariot Foundation Facebook page. Also, I want you all to remember we are doing our meditation before the night is over. But again, things are getting worse out there in terms of foodstuff, very expensive. You can't find certain things at the supermarket, and it's very expensive. Cherish what you have, as I was saying about water before, and Mami Water, the spirit goddess of the ocean. Cherish water. Even though people make a lot of fun with wasa, and they waste water and all of that, forget all of that. My concern is that you appreciate what you have. That is my concern. Whether you live in the US, Canada, Britain, it doesn't matter where you are. Cherish that droplet of water, because gold will not be as expensive as how water will be. And that is the story with Shiva. And again, with the ocean, with Gangama coming down. And I could share more stories later on in terms of Gangama and Shakti, Shiv Shakti. All right? So let us try and cherish the little things we have. It's very important. I don't know this song, but I like it. Sham sada Shiva jap le teri. Chasita Carter, you are truly blessed. Rachel Khan, Sami and family, good night to you. Namaste. Sarah Burbal and family. Dinesh. Sham sada Shiva jap le teri. Sab bikri ban jaye. Sab bikri ban jaye. So let us begin. Thank you. I wish I could sing, but I can't. You know, I that's why I talk. But I'll try that part, but I'm not a singer. Sham sada Shiva jab le teri. Sab bikri ban jaye. Sab bikri ban jaye. That, I don't even know the song. I just heard it and I love it. But my dear friends, let's start with some meditation. Forget about me and my singing. Yes, we do need rain. And trust me when I say that rain is going to come. And when it starts pouring, you all will pray for it to become hot again. Charmaine, thank you. But like I said, I have a show, you know. Thank you. I wish I could sing. I don't know any Indian song that I could sing for you. If you call a song, I'll probably try, but I wish I could sing. Like I said, I've been talking for the past hour, so my voice is hoarse. But what song do you guys, if you want me to sing a song? No, I can't sing like Joey. No way. You know, Joey's a perfectionist in his music. No way. So yeah, the numbers, you know, but I don't know which song. Which one? Suhani Rat? Susie? Well, somebody have to play the music, right? Suhani Rat dar chuki, na jaane tum kab aaungi. Suhani Rat dar chuki, ना जाने तुम कब आओगे. I don't want to sing the wrong words, if you know. So maybe next time I'll get a song and I'll practice a song for you all. How's that? I'll try to come on next Monday. All right. Thank you so much. But let's calm down. Let's relax, and remember that mindful meditation is very, very important, where we need to calm our nerves, our senses, relax our bodies, and bring the breath back to the center of our forehead, like Lord Shiva's third eye, And you know, when you see Lord Shiva's third eye open, it's half opened and half closed. The half open represents the higher heavens, and the open part represents us, the lower realms. And Shiva is always thinking about us, always. He can be at a million places at once. He can know everybody's thoughts, and he can respond to them. Okay? So don't be afraid of Lord Shiva because he stands tall and mighty. And you don't have to worship him if you're not a Hindu. But what you have to do is respect him. And respect the religion that... Hinduism is not a religion. It is called a way of life because that's the way of life as these gods show. The demons that they show fighting, it's us. We fight our own demons. Torah, Muhammad, good night to you as well. Right? So we have to start battling that inner demon within us. And once we start doing that, we'll be smooth sailing. Yes, we have to go through problems and difficulties, but why go through those difficulties if we leave it in the hands of God? I'm not saying that you put everything in God's hand. You also have to start thinking and start opening your third eye in order to get the answers, what you are searching for. Vanna, Ramisa, good night to you. Bina, Ronald, it's Dharma, which is righteousness. We are not like big into speaking Hindi and all of that, but a little bit we learn now, growing up. All right, but there is no religion. There's only one God. And that God relies supreme within us, within this third eye. And that is why you see Hollywood, they celebrate, they say Satanism, but is it Satanism? When you see they do this, all right, and the forehead, it's the pyramid, because Shiva represents that top, that pyramid on the top, and the eye, it's a shape like the pyramid. So when you see artists and Hollywood stars doing this, and the one eye, that doesn't necessarily mean it's evil. It just means it's like a mudra, which represents the one eye, the third eye, open that third eye. If you see them do this, you'll see again, the third, like that, it also represents something. So my dear friends, let's start with some simple meditation. Are you ready? Relax your body. Relax your mind. Just shake it off. Whatever problems comes up, just let it go through the breath. Focus on the rise and fall of your tummy. If you feel that would help, put your hands on your tummy. Don't matter if your tummy big or small, it don't matter. All right? It's on your abdomen. I want you to put your hand on your abdomen. Take a deep breath. Just think of the sensation of the air that is passing through you. Take a deep breath. Relax. You know, your abdomen is going up and down with the breath, isn't it? Sparkle, isn't that true? Count as you exhale and you inhale. Count each breath silently. For example, inhale 1, exhale 2. Inhale 1, exhale 2. Does that make sense? Are you guys following? So you continue to count to a number, let's just say number 10. Inhale 1, exhale 2. Just stay calm. Josanne Peters, good night to you. Kimberly. So as you count, you shouldn't be distracted. You should be prepared because you're focusing on your breath. You're not focusing on dying. You are not focusing on leaving this planet. It's a transformation that is happening within you, within us. So what you can also do, inhale for a count of 4. So I want you to inhale and in your mind count to 4. Inhale. Hold your breath for 4, up to 4. Okay? So again, try it again. Inhale, count to 4 in your mind. Don't let it go. Hold it, put your hands on your tummy, on your abdomen. Exhale, on a count of 4. While you are exhaling, you count 1, 2, 3, 4. Then hold your breath again for a count of 4. You can do this without me. You can do this on your own, but before you fall asleep. When you repeat this pattern, it's like you're creating a square breathing. And this type of breathing can actually help you regulate your mind and your body. Because you start sitting straight or lying down straight, you count 1 to 4, you release 1 to 4, and you relax. You release, you relax. Then you come back again and you inhale again. Now another method is to put, let's just say someone has a problem with their knee. What I want you to do is to send your breath in your mind to your knee. And you send that energy to your knee. So you can breathe in and out, but you have to send that awareness to the knee. If your shoulder is hurting or you have arthritis on your neck or up here, you send that to your breath to that part of your body. Let's just say it's your foot or your feet. You also send that sensation to that part of the body. And then you relax your body and it deepens your awareness of the present moment because now you're paying attention. What I personally do, let's just say I have a problem with my knee, old age. I would put my hand on my knee and then I will breathe slowly and deeply while I'm also paying attention to my tummy, to my breath, to my abdomen. So I will deep breathing, send it to my knee and relax my body. See, it keeps you focused. All right. So what we do with each inhale, again, for loving and kindness and sending that thought to the goddess or to the god or to your beloved deity, and what you do is you say silently to yourself, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be at peace with myself, may I continue to be safe, may I continue with each passing breath, I continue to arise, to awaken, and to become one with the universe. Relax yourself, and my advice to you is to continue to practice. Experiment with using your breath as your method of healing, as your way of understanding how the world works. And through that breath, which is divine or divinity in motion, you pick up and you energize your entire body, and you also can send that love and awareness to your loved ones, whether they are with you or in Shiva Loka. Samira Ali all over is hurting with you, girl. Just try to stay calm. And it's the stress that you put yourself under with family members. You're not late. It's better late than never, as they say, PJ Joe. All right? But remember that light that's within us is like a candle flickering. But this time it's not flickering. It's staying one way. It's staying on top, right? And with that, it's staying. The flame is not dancing. Whenever you see that flame dancing, that means your mind is also dancing. So let's understand Shiva and what Shiva represents. Let us understand that Shiva should not be feared, but be respected. Back in New York, I had a picture with Shiva on my in my corridor upstairs, and I would just do this because I was afraid of Shiva. I was like, it was an old picture from my family's house in Trinidad, and I told my sister to send it for me. But every time I look, I said, but this Shiva has a temper. I also had a temper. And I say, you know what? If he has a temper, he can control me? No. And that way, what happened was, one day I was passing straight and I would always turn my head from watching Shiva. And then in the distance, I saw a light. And in that light manifested the Shiva himself. And I'm like, crap. He knows my thoughts. He knows what I was thinking. And from there onwards, I started to believe in Lord Shiva. One time I went to a temple up in South. I was praying. Somebody had lost their baby. And she wanted another baby. And when I bowed down in front of these murtis, I saw the blue feet, and it was huge, of Shiva. It was totally huge, and I started to cry. And the young lady said to me, "Sister, are you okay?" And I was crying because I never thought that Shiva would appear just like that in front of me, because Shiva is not an easy God to please. Shiva is a very difficult God to please. But with the breath, with the silencing of the mind, and with the understanding of enlightenment, we can all reach Shiva Loka and understand Lord Shiva. Right? So again, the gods are not to be feared. Understand Hinduism, and you'll understand that each god and goddess resides within each one of us. I want you to take a deep breath again. Bina, say your deity is Lord Shiva. You know, Sassy's, my daughter name is Sassy, as everybody know by now. And she created this non-profit organization in New York City called Onsa Entertainment. Well, it's an entertainment where, you know, musicians and singers, and she could do shows and all of that. But it's also under an NGO. And ONSA. And I said, Sassy, what does ONSA stand for? And she says, Om Namah Shivaya. And I pulled back. I was like, really? Why did you do that? And she's like, I just felt this connection to Shiva. Again, we didn't grow up like, I didn't train my children to grow up in Hindu thing. And both she and Joey actually, you know, I gravitated towards Shiva, which is actually very surprising to me. And Joey has a Om on his, a tattoo with a Om. That was his first tattoo. He never told me he was going for it, but he got school and went to get his tattoo. And I said, why did you take this 3, you know, this Om? Because again, we were not practicing Hindus. You know, we were trying to figure out which religion we belonged to, because we were going to temple, we were going to church, we were going anywhere there was a program in New York City. That's how it is. And Joey says, Mom, I saw this 3 with this piece of thing appeared in front of me when the tattoo artist asked me what I wanted in my tattoo, because all his friends were getting tattoos that day. I showed him this 3, I told him, and he showed me a book. And he says, is this what you're seeing? And the tattoo asked him that. And he said, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And that's exactly why Joey has an Om. See? So whether they were touched by God or God touched them or whatever, Onsa Entertainment and Joey's tattoo, it has a link. There's a power in Shiva. And Lord Shiva is like sparkle light. As you say, sparkle light, you are sparkling light. You know? So when people look at Joey, it's like, hey, Joey, that tattoo, you know, he has a lot of other tattoos, but that particular one, because you remember he got school. So as a parent, you're like, the son of a bitch, you know, it's like, oh my God. Because he come home with a fever. You know, when you do a tattoo, you get a fever. But that's how I knew he had it, because he didn't tell me. He just came and hugged me up on the bed. And he's like, I don't feel so well. And when I touched him, he screamed. I was hugging him, and I felt it. I was like, what the hell? You know, because he went to school on a normal day and came back home on a normal day. So how was I, you know, until the school calls and then say the kid cut school. Yeah. But we are all blessed by the Divine Master himself, the Lord of creation, destruction, and transformation. He is the God of gods, as they say in Hinduism. And it's not to be feared, but to be respected. As they say, Shiva is one from all and all from one. Once again, I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for blessing me and my family, for blessing Red Chariot Foundation, for being a part of the Red Chariot Foundation. Contact us on Red Chariot Facebook page if you're trying to reach us. And continue to be blessed. Continue to spread that divine love, that peace, because destruction is upon us, but creation is coming. And when that new world is created, you will be in the Garden of Eden. You will be the master or the realm of beauty of every single thing. Namaste, Jai Sitaram, and once again, thank you for everything that you have done for us, Lord. Thank you, O Shiva. Thank you for giving us this power, this divinity, and this third eye that we can use to reopen and continue to be a part of your love, your destiny. Happy Shivaratri to all the Hindus all over the world, and blessings to each and every one of you and your family and your loved ones. Happy Mahashivaratri. Jai Sitaram. Namaste.